Keir Starmer is embroiled in a major scandal as the British media uncovers shocking information that could shake his political career to its very core. Is this a sign of the downfall of the newly appointed Prime Minister who has been in office for just over 100 days but is already surrounded by controversy? Now, let's delve into the serious scandals surrounding Starmer. But first, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest news on British politics. Amid Prime Minister Starmer's strong promises of transparency and accountability to the public, the scandal involving him has become the focus of attention after a shocking leak from within his own government. Notably, this leak isn't just fleeting rumours or unverified information, it comes from reliable sources within Starmer's inner circle. Whoever leaked this sensitive information undoubtedly had access to details known only to those closest to the Labour leader, which underscores the credibility and severity of the situation. The leaked details indicate that Starmer received numerous lavish gifts from Lord Ali, a powerful donor and key figure in the Labour Party's financial backing. According to regulations, all gifts or donations to a politician must be declared, and although some information was disclosed, many of these were reported merely as football tickets. However, the gravity of the leak lies not just in the information itself, but in its precision and depth. These aren't vague accusations. They involve specific data related to luxurious properties Starmer has used and the benefits he received. This information could not have come from outside speculation, raising the major question: who within Starmer's administration would be willing to risk revealing such sensitive details? Whoever it is holds a wealth of information, and there may be more yet to be exposed. This betrayal from within not only reflects the deterioration of Starmer's leadership, but also suggests that even those closest to him may no longer fully trust him. Notably, the sums of money Starmer has spent on expenses such as $4,500 for vacation accommodations, $16,000 for clothing, nearly $3,000 for eyewear, and over $35,000 on football-related activities have sparked heated debate. One of the most shocking aspects of this scandal is Lord Ali's role, who is believed to have facilitated Starmer's access to the expensive assets that most can only dream of, including a £4 million townhouse in Soho and a luxury penthouse in Covent Garden. Starmer and his team enjoyed the luxurious living conditions provided by Lord Ali. These were not just ordinary privileges, but highly valuable properties, raising the question of why they were not properly declared. According to leaked information, Starmer's team attempted to downplay the value of these gifts, treating them as minor benefits. However, that is not the case. Specifically, Starmer's family is believed to have lived in an £18 million penthouse in Covent Garden for 6 weeks during the campaign. However, when Starmer disclosed this information, he only valued it at £2,000. This figure is suspiciously low compared to the actual market value of similar properties. This has led to speculation. Is Starmer's team trying to minimise the value of these gifts? Or is this simply a blatant attempt to deceive the public? Similarly, the luxury townhouse in Soho, reportedly used for high-level election strategy meetings, was also not properly declared, leading many to wonder why such valuable assets were kept hidden from the public. Notably, Starmer recently decided to return gifts worth £6,000. However, the question arises: why did he act at this time? Why only return certain gifts? Did he realise that accepting them was improper? Or did he return them because of pressure from those around him? This situation is indeed concerning, especially when the government claims to want to bring about change. The issue of Keir Starmer's undeclared gifts worsened when it was revealed that he quietly returned £6,000 worth of hospitality and gifts he had received. The shock does not only come from the amount of money, but also from the timing of the disclosure. Starmer did not publicly acknowledge these gifts until long after he had benefited from them. All of this raises serious questions about his transparency and integrity. The generosity from Lord Ali, along with many other privileges, including staying in expensive properties and other high-end benefits, has caught public attention. But what is particularly unsettling is that Starmer allowed a long period to pass after receiving these gifts before revealing them. Only when the media began increasing pressure on the matter did Starmer's team admit that he had returned the money. This delay raises many questions about why the repayment was so delayed, and whether Starmer was hoping the issue would be forgotten. His team has attempted to downplay the situation by treating the gifts as minor oversights, but the repayment of £6,000 is not something that can be easily overlooked. Following this is the issue of clothing donations. This might be one of the strangest aspects of the current scandal. It turns out that Keir Starmer received two large clothing donations, one worth £16,200 and another worth £10,000, neither of which he fully disclosed. The amount in luxury clothing managed by Starmer's team could be considered quite large, but instead of declaring their proper purpose, they were categorised as funds for Starmer's private office. This misclassification has certainly raised many questions as people began to scrutinise the related records. It's perplexing that expensive clothing donations were presented as office funds. This misreporting has led many to question the transparency and honesty in financial management. Was this simply an accidental oversight, or is there something more serious at play? Calling this office money sounds less controversial than admitting that Starmer is wearing luxury clothing worth thousands of pounds. This type of deception could land politicians in big trouble. Transparency is the core of public service. One of the most shocking revelations in this entire scandal is that Keir Starmer not only used luxury properties for relaxation, but also held high-level election strategy meetings in a £4 million apartment in Soho. This event is not ordinary. The apartment became a hub for his inner circle to plan key moves ahead of the general election. The use of such a place for crucial political meetings only adds to the controversy. It raises the question of why this arrangement was not disclosed from the outset. Attending these meetings were key figures like Sue Gray, Starmer's chief of staff, and Pat McFadden, now the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster. These are individuals with high positions in Starmer's team, and their presence at these meetings raises concerns about possible undisclosed political influences. The use of a luxury townhouse provided by a wealthy sponsor like Lord Ali for such important meetings naturally leads to suspicion about the level of influence Lord Ali might have on Starmer's decisions. Holding these meetings in a location provided by a millionaire donor does not entirely align with Starmer's promise of transparency and a new approach to politics. Sue Gray, a familiar name in political circles, is now at the centre of this controversy, further increasing the pressure on Starmer. As Starmer's chief of staff, Gray plays a key role in his leadership team. However, her involvement in this scandal has sparked waves of criticism for unacceptable reasons. Not only was she present at key strategy meetings, but it has also been revealed that her salary exceeds even that of the Prime Minister. This fact has caused considerable controversy, as many are now questioning the balance between her power and influence in Starmer's team. Gray was expected to bring discipline and order to Starmer's leadership, but her role in undisclosed meetings along with her skyrocketing salary has only added to the controversy. Many are now questioning whether her involvement complicates Starmer's defence, making it difficult for him to claim ignorance or distance himself from the scandal. If a senior figure like Gray is entangled in these questionable activities, it reflects poorly on the entire leadership team and undermines Starmer's promise of building a more transparent and accountable government for the people. Handling attacks from outside is already difficult, but when controversies arise within the inner circle, things become far more complicated. What are your thoughts on the points discussed in today's video? Please leave your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest information on the political situation in the UK. Thank you all and see you in the next videos.